What is the difference between emotional flooding and a panic attack? Have you ever felt completely overwhelmed by your emotions, as if they were flooding over you? Or have you experienced a sudden rush of fear that left you breathless? These experiences can be intense and confusing, especially when considering conditions like post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD. Today, we will explore the differences between emotional flooding and panic attacks, two responses that can occur in high-stress situations. Emotional flooding is a state where a person feels overwhelmed by intense emotions. This often happens in response to high-stress situations or interpersonal conflicts. When someone experiences emotional flooding, their nervous system can go into overdrive or even shut down. Symptoms may include difficulty focusing, a racing heart, high blood pressure, sweaty palms, shaking, irritability, mental fog, emotional withdrawal, or even sudden crying. For individuals with PTSD, emotional flooding can be triggered by perceived unsafe situations, often linked to past trauma. This overwhelming emotional state can make it hard to communicate or make decisions, as the individual feels as if they are drowning in their emotions. On the other hand, a panic attack is a sudden episode of intense fear or discomfort. These attacks can occur in response to overwhelming or triggering stimuli in the present moment. Panic attacks are characterized by acute physical symptoms such as rapid heartbeat, shortness of breath, chest tightness, dizziness, and a sense of impending doom. Unlike emotional flooding, people experiencing a panic attack usually recognize that they are having one, even if they are unsure of the exact trigger. Panic attacks tend to be short-lived but can be very distressing. So, what sets these two experiences apart? One key difference is the origin of the response. Emotional flooding is often rooted in past trauma, where individuals may relive overwhelming emotions connected to that trauma. In contrast, panic attacks are typically responses to current stressors or triggers. Another difference lies in awareness. Emotional flooding may occur with less conscious awareness, leading to emotional overwhelm or shutdown. Panic attacks, however, usually involve a clear recognition of intense fear or anxiety in the moment. Both emotional flooding and panic attacks can share physical symptoms like a racing heart and shaking. However, emotional flooding also includes emotional dysregulation, such as irritability, emotional numbness, or dissociation, which are common in PTSD. From the perspective of PTSD, emotional flooding can be seen as a survival mechanism, where the nervous system reacts to perceived threats with overwhelming emotional arousal. Panic attacks can occur as part of this response but are distinct episodes of acute anxiety that can arise independently. Managing these experiences requires different strategies. For emotional flooding, grounding techniques, emotional regulation skills, and sometimes stepping away from triggering situations can help calm the nervous system. Panic attacks often benefit from calming exercises, controlled breathing, and reducing sensory stimuli to regain control. In summary, emotional flooding is an overwhelming emotional state linked to trauma and PTSD, characterized by intense emotional arousal and dysregulation. Panic attacks are sudden, intense episodes of fear or anxiety triggered by present stimuli, usually with conscious awareness of the attack. Both experiences requiring understanding and appropriate coping strategies, especially for those dealing with PTSD. Always remember, if you or someone you know is struggling, consulting a healthcare professional can provide personalized support and guidance.